All right, everyone. This is the talented Mr. Taco with Hammer on board as we are here with another episode of Fantasy Rankings or Fantasy Mock Drafts over here at the Daily Sporting. We're coming live with a mock draft where I'm going to be drafting out of the 5th spot and Hammer's going to be drafting out of the 3rd spot. We're going to give you about 6 or 7 picks, just giving you the beginning formations of your team and just giving you some ideas of what it's going to look like. Hammer, you excited for this?
Hell yeah.
It's just gonna be fun, right?
I'm real curious to see how this turns out right now.
Yeah, I'm super hyped because I got my first money team draft spot. I'm gonna be in the 5th spot this year. I fully expect to win a championship drafting out of the 5th spot. But then again, I expect to win a championship wherever I'm drafting. I feel confident. You know what I mean?
Talking at its finest, folks.
But my goal is to get more viewers winning chips than ever before. Okay. I am the fantasy whisperer. But this should be pretty good. Who are you looking at with your 3rd pick? You are up next.
Am I up next?
You're 2 picks.
Right now, because I have a feeling Barkley's gonna be taken off the board, I'm gonna go Kamara. I'm definitely gonna take Kamara over Zeke. Definitely.
Kamara over Zeke.
Yeah, this dude does it all, and I'm telling you now, this is the year he's looking to redeem himself. So
yeah. Well, did you hear that last year he had the MCL injury? That really hindered him. So, I mean, if this guy's playing through his injury,
wait, who was the running
back? He took Metcalf. Oh,
he took Lamar Jackson
2nd. Yeah.
This is tough. Do I take Kamara? Or do I go with Barkley?
Love Yahoo Draft, especially when people take an hour leave or take an hour to pick. Yeah, that's the only problem with these Yahoo Drafts, but it does throw a little monkey wrench into the system in order to make things more interesting. I feel like. I mean, for me, it's going to be easy. I'm taking Barkley or Zeke, who's ever left. That's pretty.
You're probably going to, Barkley's going to be up there for you. I'm just saying.
See, Cook reporting and everything like that is more and more. I'm looking at Cook like I'm very interested.
But you also spoke about him being injury prone as well, and it kind of steered you for a while.
And oh my God, Cook just went there, and that's why I like Clyde a lot. But I mean, there's no way in hell I'm letting my favorite player in the NFL pass me. Saquon Barkley!
You got him, didn't you?
Yeah, baby.
What the hell?
All right, guys. I am sorry that we had some shitty drafters in this league because, good God, Zeke just went off the board at 6. My God. So, question for you: if you were in a real life draft and Barkley fell to you at 2, would you take him there? Or would you take Kamara?
I'd probably still take Kamara, and I have nothing. It's absolutely nothing against Saquon Barkley because he's another talent that I enjoy watching on Sundays, and the way the kid carries himself, if they keep him throughout his career as a New York Giant, he is going to be like his leadership skills are just something that are amazing.
Yep, I agree. I love everything about him. I love the way he works out. Like his workout tapes are fucking insane, bro. Like, just some of the things that he does, I'm sitting there like, yo, this guy is an all-world athlete.
Yeah.
Like, not even football player. Like, he could play any sport. Like,
he's a beast.
Yeah.
He is a beast.
For real, though. Like, this is definitely an interesting mock draft. Just coming off the board since I made my 5th pick of Barkley. 6 was Elliott. 7 is Henry. 8 is Thomas. 9 is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 10 is Mixon. So we're seeing a lot of running backs come off the board early. There's only 1 non-running back pick or 2 non-running back picks in the first 10, but we saw Lamar Jackson go at 2 with someone who looks like they're probably just trying to mess up this draft for everybody. We have Devontae Adams, the 2nd wide receiver, off the board at 11. And I think things are going to really start getting interesting to see what happens in these next couple of picks, because this is where you really win your league. These first couple of 4 picks, you got to, well, not win your league, but this is where you set the table. This is where you get the base of your team. And then your late round picks are going to be what put you over the top and win you your league. But you got to be solid here, because if you're not solid here, you don't have a chance to win, right? Right, Hammer?
Facts.
Like, it's rare. Like, last year I had Saquon Barkley on my team as my number 1 pick and the number 1 pick overall. And he was hurt and he struggled early on. And somehow my team was able to hold up because I had a lot of other guys that were delivering. But fast forward to the championship week, Barkley carried me. Week 16, Barkley went off. He had 180 rushing yards, 90 receiving yards, caught a touchdown on both. The dude finally paid off and showed his massive potential. And, that's why I draft guys like that. And even if they have a down year, sometimes you just have to, do like the Yankees do. Find a way and then once your guys get back, you have a chance at having a real blow up. And that's what wins you some championships. Because I don't win the championship on Saquon Barkley, but I probably, would have still made the playoffs without him. I still would have been in a good position, but because he killed a lot of owners. A lot of people that drafted Saquon Barkley last year did not make the playoffs, and he was the number one pick. So it does hurt when your number one guy doesn't perform. But if you can hold out until, these guys usually going to break through. So like the early picks matter just as much as the late picks. And, I could argue which one really values more, but you can't really miss here. You gotta hit at least on 3 of your first 4. That's my belief, at least.
I feel like right now, like the way these guys are dragging ass on this, like, and I'm looking at the board right now in regards to where I want to go next, but do I look to go to a receiver or do I continue to just build up and get another running back? And with depending on who's available on the board right now, I got 3 more until mine. They took Eckler.
I was going to take Eckler. I'm not going to lie. Eckler would have been my guy. I feel exactly what you're saying here. And there's one player that I've actually been thinking a lot about. Aaron Jones. Are we under drafting or undervaluing him? How much can this rookie really eat into his workload this year? That's the biggest question, because last year this dude was phenomenal. He was a beast. He won me a championship. And, I was probably going to take a Chris Godwin or Golladay, but I just want that extra running back, and I love his upside. I plan on getting at least 3 to 4.
I'm up, and look at who the 2 top are on the board right now.
Kelce, Kettle, and then you're looking at Robinson and Golladay. You got 4 guys that are interesting to take.
I'm gonna go with what I know, especially because he's got Mahomey throwing to him. Going with Travis Kelce.
Okay, I don't know. I might have gone Golladay. I think Galladay's the last of the top flight receivers. But Mike Evans is still there. Marquise Brown just went. Okay, so we have a Ravens homer with the second pick here. So that's totally fucking shit up. I'm not gonna lie. I hate when we do mock drafts like that. But it's okay. It's fine. Still overall, we're getting a feel of where these players are going and what we're looking for. I think this is a prime example of why most people in the industry probably prefer doing a fantasy draft wizard or fantasy pros draft wizard draft than doing some of these, because those are based on expert consensus ranks.
Absolutely.
Where these sometimes, you get a better feel for it. You get an idea of some players that are rising and falling amongst the people, which I do like. But I don't like is when you have a guy that takes Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown with their first and second pick. Not saying that these guys aren't top guys or that they have a lot of potential, but you don't take them here.
And look, you still have Allen Robinson and Kenny Golladay on the board. I'm up now. Do I take Pat Mahomes, or is that too early? Or do I take one of these receivers and just push through? I have Mike Evans higher on the board than I did Robinson and Golladay.
I'll be honest with you. I would not go with the quarterback here because I feel like it's too early.
And what about Melvin Gordon III?
I don't trust him. That workload is interesting because of Lindsey.
We're gonna go with Golladay. Kenny G.
Yeah. Now I think I'm pretty much locked into taking a wide receiver. I think I might take Thielen out of all of them.
Right now I have Kamara, Kelce, and Golladay.
See, like, this shit is interesting to me because, like, I definitely don't need a running back because I have let's go to me. I have 2 of them. I have 2 solid running backs. I got no wides, so I'm definitely going wide receiver here. Definitely looking at the top 4: Robinson, Beckham, Thielen, Evans. Definitely thinking that Thielen has a great shot to rebound, but so does Odell. I love their rebound upside. I don't like the quarterback with Allen Robinson, and I don't like how many players are there with Mike Evans. So personally, I got auto drafted for Allen Robinson. Oh, that's great. I keep getting this done to me so many times. I'm not realizing when I'm up. I would have taken
right now. It says I got 14 picks until mine, so I could sit back and relax for a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna take Beckham over Robinson, but I ended up with Robinson. I ended up with a wide receiver, so that's all that matters. The nitty gritty of it, it's close. I just can't believe Beckham is like sliding in so many drafts, and I get it. He had a bad year, but don't we think about rebound upside here?
No, not when it comes to him.
You don't think about he possibly could rebound this year?
Hell really? No.
Why? He's an elite.
He has Baker Mayfield as his quarterback. He needs an elite quarterback to help him have good numbers. That's why. Baker Mayfield is not all. He was all hype. Hype.
Bro, he had Eli and he put up numbers. Eli isn't that great.
You're right. He's not.
So
I'm not even gonna go into that.
Like that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like I just can't believe that people don't think the volume could be there for Odell and that his talent isn't good enough to dictate it. But oh man, things are getting interesting here. If Calvin Ridley is still on the board, Calvin Ridley and Brown. Oh my god, I like both of them. This is it. Oh, there goes Brown. I was loving Brown.
Watch, Ridley's gonna go next.
If Ridley goes, then I'm going McLaurin or I'm going Moore. So I got 3 picks that I have in my mind, and I'm guaranteed to get one of them. So this is the way I like to go into my picks. I like to have 3 or 4 guys that I'm looking at. So if a couple of my guys get snagged out, I know that I'm good. And as I get closer to my pick, I start drilling down more and more. So this way, once I'm in these final 2 picks, I know Calvin Ridley's my guy. If not, I'm taking Terry McLaurin, and I'm doing it in that order. So, depending on what this draft board does will depend on what I do. So let's see what they do. 16 seconds on the clock.
Somebody's going to take him off. I'm looking at Ridley. He's going to get taken off.
Bro, Ridley.
And I'm not touching anything that's that's part of the Washington football team either, because that's just who's their quarterback? Is Alex Smith he's cleared, but he ain't starting yet?
But I'll tell you this: all of it sets up for my massive volume for Terry. And at this point in the draft, I love volume. And the volume.
Do I go a running back? Do I go a receiver right now?
Let's take a look at your team and see what you got.
You got Kamara, Golladay, and
you can go anywhere. I mean, you can really just go best player that you love the most. That
Ingram ain't doing nothing for me right now. He's not.
I mean, if I was you, I would
lock it.
If I was you, Scary Terry would be my pick just because of volume.
Even though he plays for the Washington football team, I'm gonna do it.
Yep, just because I love his volume proposition. It should be good. David Montgomery is solid there if you want a running back. That's the one thing that also to look at is the running back position and who's available. There's not that many left. So
it's funny because I have David Montgomery, I think, ranked 21st in our next podcast of top running backs from 21 to 30. I think I have him at 21. I should have just And
then to speak on that, did you hear about the rumors in Chicago about Cordell Patterson?
No.
Reporting to the running back room and not the wide receiver room? Oh, my God. I hate Nagy. If he freaking starts throwing another running back in there to take away from the volume of Montgomery, I'm going to be pissed off.
Hey, look, David Johnson's on the board.
Yeah. Yo, man. There goes Montgomery. My turn.
Yeah, I took him.
All right. Robinson, Ridley, Barkley, Jones.
I'm telling you now, all fantasy owners, whichever one of you morons draft David Johnson, I'll be praying for you all season long. I'm not
that down on David Johnson this year, to be honest. I'm not. I think that David Johnson will get the volume, and he's a pass catcher. So in leagues that have PPR, David Johnson, to me, especially if we're talking about this is round 5. If I'm taking David Johnson in round 5, I'm not mad. I'm happy. Like, I don't want David Johnson in the third round. David Johnson in the third round is ugh.
Bro, how the hell did I end up with Mark Ingram? I definitely did not draft. Oh my god. You know what?
You got auto picked like I did?
I must have. God. Ah!
This is going to be the thing about drafting while recording that we're going to have to monitor. I'm going to have to probably figure out a better sound setting or something.
We're going to have to find we're going to have to find a censor button soon cuz oh my god.
Yep.
Really? Really?
This happened to me in a few drafts. So this is something that I'm gonna have to watch going forward. But the good thing is that sometimes the computer takes some of the guys that you debate, and sometimes they help you out, sometimes they hurt you. So it's just a risk. David Johnson is still on the board with the 59th pick, and to me that's a guy that screams value, and he just went off. Devontae Parker, I really like here. Now you see some quarterbacks. Now you see some tight ends. Michael Gallup is someone that has a lot of upside. He should score a lot of points on that high-powered offense. Kareem Hunt, it's weird. We don't know if he's going to split carries. We don't know if he's going to be a backup. We don't know if they're going to give him, split out wide and give him more catches. He has a lot of potential. But I don't know if I could just draft someone strictly based on potential right here. Like,
somebody took Josh Jacobs from me. That's not cool.
Who they take?
They took Josh Jacobs like a while ago, though.
Oh, yeah. Jacobs is I don't see Jacobs getting past the second round. Like, Jacobs shouldn't arrive in the third round. I'm seeing Jacobs show up in the back half of the second. I'm seeing him right around the space that I got Aaron Jones. I would take Jacobs over Aaron Jones because I feel like they have more faith in Jacobs. But what Aaron Jones did last year, I feel like is being severely discounted because of the fact that they got the rookie running back there in AJ Dillon. So I'm definitely thinking that Jones, and I was thinking about this today as I was taking my shower, Jones might be starting to be criminally underrated. And he may be a guy that's going to fall in drafts that people are going to regret. Because last year he was a freaking beast. And if this year you're telling me that he's going to get more work, I don't know, man. I like that. I like that a lot.
I just realized where I got robbed on that auto draft. I had actually went with Tyler Lockett, and they gave me Ingram instead. And I'm looking. I just saw who was on the board just now. A quarterback I could have went with.
Watson's still on the board, and Wilson just went off the board.
Yeah, Wilson just went off the board.
Murray,
I got 5 more. No, he's still there.
I mean, I'm definitely looking at Devontae Parker.
Who does Miami have as their quarterback? You have Tua. Is he going to be starting come opening day?
I do not believe Tua is going to be starting opening day. I believe that we're going to be seeing Ryan Fitzpatrick as your opening day starter.
Fitzmagic again.
Fitzmagic again throws the ball again.
Looking like Conor McGregor's stunt double.
Yeah, but if we know one thing about Fitzmagic, he'll throw it up there for you and say, go get it, big boy. And that's what you want when you get a guy like Parker. Parker was getting no love like that when you had Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. They weren't giving him the opportunity to be the big play receiver that he is. He has explosive speed. He's a big frame receiver. I like him. I like him a lot. And you bastards just took him on me. What the? Oh my God.
Gallup is still up there for you.
Yeah, but I don't like his.
Stephon Diggs is still there. Tyler Boyd is up there.
I took Darren Waller just because at tight end, I think that he has some of the highest upside. I like him more than Henry. I like him more than Cook. I like him more than Ingram. I like Hayden Hurst, but I don't think Hayden Hurst is a good pick here. I already have 3 wide receivers between Ridley, Metcalf, and Robinson. So definitely went that way. How about you, Hammer? What are you looking at? What's your next pick?
Another decent receiver to fill the void at starting receiver. I did Deshaun Watson. Yes, I did.
Oh, snap. So you got Montgomery and flex, Kelce, Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, Kenny Golladay, Deshaun Watson. Your team's looking good, and wide receivers deep. So you definitely have an opportunity to get another wide receiver with your next pick.
I'm going to see how this plays out right now. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Oh my God.
If y'all don't know about that, then you're probably too young to be in this podcast. Just saying.
Oh man.
Tyler Boyd's up there. AJ Green is up there. Will Fuller. You know what? We had this conversation. I'm gonna go with him.
Boyd. Interesting.
Oh no. No, I just got auto picked again because I was too late.
Damn, AJ Green just went off. Oh, it's my turn.
Because I was looking at damn, he's not even up here now. Oh, Will Fuller. That would have been a good combination right there.
Honestly,
You have high praise about Will Fuller, so
that's actually where I went. I mean, yes, he's an injury risk, but when you're talking about your 7th pick here with his upside, I like it. I like it because I can also play the matchups. He's my first bench wide receiver, so I'm definitely going receiver heavy in this. Running back wise, I'm gonna have to shoot for running backs a little bit later. So guys like Philip Lindsay to me, Marlon Mack, Kerryon Johnson, Gibson, Murray, Peterson. These are all guys that I'd be looking at to round out my team and get a little bit more how do you say depth at that position, because that's where I'm weak at right now. If you look at Hammer, he's filled out. He is Watson, Golladay, Boyd, Kamara, Ingram, Kelce, Montgomery. Definitely a stacked team right there.
Definitely need to work on my bench now for sure.
And then if you look at me, I mean, I got my first bench player and I don't have a quarterback yet. But I'm loving the team because I got Robinson, Ridley, Jones, Barkley, Waller, Metcalf, Fuller. In case any of the wide receivers don't pan out, I have a backup, and I'm expecting these 2 running backs to play and to play heavy. I'm expecting them to be leaders, and I'm expecting Waller to be a top 5 tight end. So I love this team too. I think it's really good. I have quarterbacks I can get late. I can draft some backup running backs to be safe and secure. But yeah, I mean, I think it went pretty good for our first 7 picks. Just based off of everything that we did so far. How do you like your team?
I sort of like my team, but I don't fully like my team because I got auto drafted on 2 separate occasions, which kind of just screwed me because, like I said, I wanted Lockett. And what was the other one I just looked at? I think I was about to grab Fuller, and they gave me give me? Boyd instead. Like,
I mean that's not bad.
It's not too bad.
I think Boyd is one of the I think he's one of like 11 players in NFL history who averaged 1,000 yards in their first 2 seasons or something like that. He put up some he's been putting up some good numbers, and he gets a good amount of volume over there in that situation. So it definitely lends him to being someone that's interesting to get in your team, especially when you're talking about in the 7th round. It's a 7th round guy that could put up, 3rd round type numbers, especially if he becomes the favorite receiver of Burrows, which is the one thing we don't know. Who's going to be Joe's favorite target? Because that could lead to a lot of points.
I think the target distribution is going to be split evenly amongst them, but you also have to take into consideration Joe Mixon in the backfield as well.
Yep, but also we know this. They always want to split things evenly, but there's a natural chemistry and rapport that gets built between a quarterback and a receiver. Absolutely. that leads to that favoritism. It's because guess what? When I roll out this guy, he knows the way I like to play. It's like speaking without speaking.
Right.
And that's the one thing that I do say that maybe Will Fuller and Watson kind of have, because when Fuller plays with Watson, they put up numbers, man.
Exactly why I wanted him just now.
Yeah, I mean that's why I took him too, because I like at that point in the draft, I'm like, I'm running 3 wide receivers every week, and I want to make sure that I can have options to rotate them in. I was covered everywhere else in quarterbacks. I believe that I can get a stack late that will give me solid points and keep me in the game. So that was our mock draft. We did our first 7 picks. We'll have it posted up so you guys can get a feel for it. We're gonna do some longer posts on drafts. Possibly, I'm not too sure yet. We may just do an overarching a video just covering the back half of drafts, the 7th round or later or something like that. But for now, I really want to focus on giving you guys about your first 7 picks, your team in a bench or your full roster, just so you can start to get an idea of what your starters will be look like and what you're looking at, what you're targeting, where players are going. And, I think that's important information. Hammer, do you got anything to add to this in regards to the drafts or what you're looking at as we're getting into the final 3 weeks before draft season starts?
I've been looking through numbers. I've been trying to stay on top of this, and it's just very and especially the way training camps have been running. I know I was saying how like for some of the rookies, this isn't something that's going to phase them, but even so, like it's going to be hard trying to pick that or create that perfect team this coming season. Definitely.
Yep. I agree. I'm seeing it in baseball a lot. But all right, guys, I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this mock draft. If you've got any value up to this, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll have more videos coming out that'll be providing you with the same kind of information and insight. Also, don't forget to share this video with other people so we can help them get ready to win their leagues this year. Because even though things are going to be difficult, that doesn't mean they're impossible. And guess what? We're winners over here. We win, baby. You know, how does the song go? All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Stick to your day job, bro.
All right, everyone. Have a great day and peace.